Hello, this is GNS Project, I'm Spiller, and today we're starting a new grand epic series of Kerbal space program videos. I'm going to work with another guy, he will join us later, but now we have a lot of mods installed, and you will see the entire process of space exploration, starting from the first launches to the giant spaceships and planetary bases. We are going to make some of them in the most interesting places. And of course, since we have Kerbal operating system mod, you will see many automated missions. Now you see me adjusting my difficulty settings. Let's set range heating to 120%, because range heating usually makes things to explode, and explosions adds more fun to the game. Also reduce our science reward to 30%, because we have too much science in the universe and it won't be very interesting to open all the tech tree in first few missions. And speaking about the science, we have not only installed many mods, but also modified a stock tech tree. First of all, we've moved the standard LVM nuclear engine to the node that costs 1000 science points, so we will have to fly a lot only on chemical rockets. And also we have these amazing fusion drives far in the end of tech tree. But now we don't have any fusion drives, we don't have any giant parts, and we're going to build a first barrel ship to set first altitude record. Let's go to the mission control and take our first two contracts. Launch the first vessel, take it, and take scientific data from Kerbin, take it. And before we build something that can fly and explode, let's set up our Kerbal alarm clock to show us all upcoming transfer windows. It will greatly help us to plan our missions. You can see we'll have a first window to the Mocha, and I think it's quite a challenge to fly a Mocha in the first 8 days. Okay, let's build our first barrel ship. A standard capsule. Build resources go away, I don't need you right now. Let's add an engine, a barrel full of explosive solid fuel ready to push us to the sky. Add some sort of wings to make our ship more stable. Let's attach 4 of them. We need some science experiments. Mr. Goo, okay, that's good. Place 3 here. I hope they won't block the hatch, and our hero will be able to make EVA. Now we need a parachute to return our hero back to the ground happy and alive. And who is gonna be our hero? Jebediah Kerman? I don't want you right now. Bob Kerman, you are the scientist, and it's a good flight to train you. Let's name our ship the barrel ship. Yes, that's good. Check our staging. Check engineer report. What? Parachute missing. You drunk, I have one. Here it is. You see? Here's the parachute. Okay. Remove monopropellant. We really don't need it. And save it. And let's launch it. And here we go, sitting on the launch pad. Let's make EVA. Take EVA report. Okay, keep that data. Go back. Go back. Observe Mr. Ego. Keep Mr. Ego data. And 3, 2, 1, launch. And we go into the sky. Engine burning. And so quickly we run out of fuel. Continue our flight. Let's make more science. Report, okay. Deploy the parachute. And go back to the ground. Yes, we have fulfilled our contracts. Accelerate time. Parachute deploys. And we're going back to the ground safely, safely. Don't crash, don't crash. Oh no. Oh, he's alive. He's alive, and we have all our good experiments. Let's observe another one. Keep the data. And recover vessel. And we got 13.4 science points from this mission. 3405 funds from recovered parts, and 1 experience point for Bob Kerman. Now proceed to the mission control center and take another 2 contracts. Cockpit Kerbin and escape the atmosphere. I'm not sure I can do it right now, but let's try. And what do we have to research? Engineering. We have material bay, stack decoupler, that's good. Research it. I think it's useful. And we have liquid fuel, large solid rocket booster. Here we have parachutes, life supports, stability. Okay, let's research basic rocketry. And as we need to go higher, you can see me building another barrel-powered rocket. We'll put a Jupiter here this time, because I think we will need stability assist. Yes, I'm just within my limits of weight, so if I can't reach orbit on this vessel, maybe I will need to upgrade my launch pad to do this. But let's try. And we're ready to go. Let's take crew report. No comms dishes and I cannot transmit data? What? I have this antenna. Okay, extend it, activate. Try to transmit data now. Transmit. Oh, transmission is going. Good. Deactivate this antenna. Let me click to it. Antenna. Let me click to you. Oh, deactivate. Now we won't lose it. Because, you know, remote edge antennas will be broken if we deploy it in atmosphere at high speed. And we have liftoff. Jebediah Kerman will be our Alan Shepard. You know, it was the first man who made suborbital flight. Of course, he was not the first man in space. But now it's not time yet to launch our Yuri Gagarin. And now Jebediah Kerman rising to the sky, pushing up by uncontrolled power of burning solid fuel. Get one more crew report. And we almost run out of the solid fuel in first stage. First stage separation. Second stage ignition. And we continue our flight higher and higher. But I think we will not leave atmosphere this time, so Jebediah Kerman won't be even Alan Shepard. But he will be Paul Kipfer, despite the fact he using a rocket instead of high altitude balloon. But best is yet to come, and Jebediah Kerman knows that once he will be the first man on the moon, on the Lathe, and maybe on the Eve. But I don't want to say him first to the Eve, because, you know, sending kerbals to the Eve is a kind of sacrifice, at least until we have fusion drives and air-assisted rocket in the end of our stage 3. Now we making more science. Materials bay, mystery goo, another report, and we cannot send it because we run out of electric charge. You may notice I'm not using my liquid fueled engine, because it won't be enough to reach a new meaningful altitude, but it will help us to return back safely without damaging our expensive rocket motor. Descending back to the ground, using our engine to slow us down. I don't want the atmosphere to break my parachute. And deployed parachute. Slow down. Don't crash. Water is the death, you know it. Slowly. Slow down. Oh, overshot a little. And we have splashdown. Great. Our second mission is complete. But while we're in water, why not to take another EVA report? Let's do it. Another crew report. And recovery vessel. Jebediah Kerman returned from upper atmosphere of Kerbin. Even we didn't get to the orbit. I think it is new achievement. And we have 24.2 science points. I think it will be enough to unlock something useful that will help us to reach at least suborbital trajectory. Okay, let's unlock the new parts. First of all, we need larger rockets, and I think general rocketry is a good choice for us, because here we can have better liquid fuel engine, we have larger solid fuel booster. We have enough science, so research it. And now let's launch the next rocket created from new parts I've just researched. You can see large solid rocket booster on the first stage, two smaller boosters on the next stages, and the last one is powered by the liquid fuel engine. I'm not sure if we have enough delta V to circularize our orbit this time, but if we have, liquid fuel engine will be very helpful for us. It is very important to not flip over this time, because solid fuel engines are almost uncontrollable. But we have Jebediah Kerman in the pilot seat, and I believe in you, Jebediah. Only you can fly this thing, and I know you will do it in the best way. Now we have our apopsis at 41 kilometers, and burn the last stage. Rise up our apopsis to 71 kilometers, and we have half of fuel left. Let's make some science in the near space. Approaching to our apopsis. Burn, try to circularize it. No, we won't fulfill the last contract this time, but at least we've escaped atmosphere. Anyway, this is a victory, I think. Prepare for return. Turn our engine backwards to protect us from heating. We don't want to explode this time. We're getting hot. Engine survived re-entry. And deploy the parachute. I made it to open at higher altitude, because with real chute modes we need the time to slow us down. And splash down. Oh no, we've lost the engine. Not the safest landing I've ever done, but our pilot is alive. We've got new science, we fulfilled the contract, and we are ready to unlock new parts for the next flight. But now, let's go to the mission control and see what new contracts do we have to do. Perform visual surveys of Kerbin. Test solid fuel booster. Test parachute. Test solid fuel booster landed at Kerbin. Test launch stability enhancer. This is pretty good contracts to get free, almost 4,000 funds. Crash a probe on moon. It's one of the new contracts added by Mouse, I think. Orbit the first artificial satellite around the moon. Perform an unmanned moon flyby mission. And the best one contracts, test LV909 liquid fuel engine. This engine has a very good specific impulse, it's very light, and I still have not enough science to unlock in the detached tree, so let's take up this contract, and it will open us a way to the orbit and even more far. But it will be in the next episode, don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss it. Here was the GNS project, I'm Spiller, see you next time.